Hello, I'm Paul Riley, the very proud principal here at Haywards Heath College. I'm delighted to introduce this Achieve More video to you, within which you will hear from teachers and students about their experience of both delivering and receiving outstanding services to support them in their achievement here at Haywards Heath College. One of the things I'm really delighted about is how the students have really taken on board the stretch and challenge they've been given access to by their teachers, and indeed the passion that's been evidenced by the teachers in how they really stretch and challenge students over time to give them the very best possible outcomes and experience for their next steps. I hope you will see it as an aspirational video to inspire you to come and join us here at Haywards Heath College. At this point, I'm going to hand over to my great colleague Andy Carr to tell you a little bit more.
Thanks, Paul, and hello to all of you. My name's Andy, and I'm the Aspire Coordinator here at Haywards Heath College. I'm also a media and film teacher as well. So as Paul mentioned, Chichester College Group's mission of changing lives through learning is at the heart of everything that we do here at Haywards Heath. So what we do is we run the Aspire programme as a way to really help enhance and enrich all of our students' academic studies and really try and expand their knowledge and understanding. Additionally, we work really hard to try and inspire and support all of our really able students to make the most of their time here and get really outstanding applications to some of the country's most competitive universities. So particularly Oxford, Cambridge, the Russell Group universities, as well as some of the really competitive courses such as medicine, dentistry and veterinary science. So our Aspire programme consists of 5 key areas. The first of these is the Aspire lectures. These are really inspiring academic lectures that are held by university lecturers and professors, and they talk about really specific topics to help give you a really strong flavour of what university is like in those particular fields. So for instance, some of the talks that we've had this year have focused on things like medicine, veterinary science, and then engineering. So the second Aspire area is UCAS preparation. Look, we get it. University is really, really important, and you've got to make sure that you prepare for it properly. So what we do is through a range of different activities in year 12 and year 13, we help prepare you for everything that you're going to need with your future studies. For instance, we'll let you get involved in open and guest lectures, as well as get you on some trips and visiting some universities on their open days, as well as some of the conferences they hold as well. We also support you through your UCAS application, because it's all very well being prepared, but you've got to get the application right as well. So we help you to write your personal statement, which is a really crucial part of the application, coach you through the entrance tests that you've got to have, as well as some of the interviews that you're going to face as well. This is all completed through a really supportive manner that's going to help you get to the places you want to go to. Then, for our 25 highest achieving students in year 12, they are enrolled onto what's called the Competitive University Placement Programme, or CUP for short. This is specifically designed to help students aim for the most competitive universities and pursue those careers such as medicine, law, nursing, teaching, dentistry, and veterinary medicine. These sessions for the CUP are then held once a week with the Aspire coordinator, focusing on your transferable skills such as revision, academic reading, and then interview techniques as well. All of this is put into these particular sessions, and they're helping you to try and get your UCAS application to be really strong, and then dealing with the specific arrangements that you guys on that CUP would then have to face, perhaps that's slightly different to what other students may have to face. Then lastly, the 5th area is the CUP students are then taught and supported through the extended project qualification, often referred to as the EPQ. During the sort of January to March term, what we do is we focus on how to do your independent research for the EPQ in the CUP sessions. This is your chance to focus on an area of interest for you that you think you want to develop so that you can really make that shine in your university application. A lot of universities do see it as a way to reduce the number of UCAS points that you need, but even if they don't, it's something for you to bring up in either your interview or in your personal statement to really sell the interest in your subject. Lastly, the Aspire programme also includes a whole range of different experiences that you can get involved in to really help you progress and to get the best places that you want to go to. So these include the Nuffield Science Placements, Maths and Science Olympiads, the STEM Academy, debating competitions, Sussex Study Experience, and the Sport, Visual and Performing Arts Academies. So hopefully that's given you a really clear idea of what we do at Haywards Heath College as part of our Aspire programme, and to help really stretch and challenge you to get where you want to go. Now I'm just going to share this short montage with you featuring some of our current students talking about their experiences in their first year at Haywards Heath.
My name's Charlie Lewis and I went to Oakhall Community College.
I'm Grace Bartlett and I went to Oakhall.
I'm Aaron Bari. I currently study at Haywards Heath College, and before I studied at Warden Park Academy.
I'm Francesca Wilson and I went to Chaley Secondary School.
My name is Ben Pearson and I went to Oakhall Community College.
I'm Lawrence White and I came from Warden Park Academy.
I'm Sam Locke. I went to Chaley School before I came here to Haywards Heath.
Currently I'm studying A-level biology, chemistry, mathematics and further maths as well.
A-level PE and an Applied Science Cambridge Technical Award.
Politics, law and business.
Biology, geography and psychology.
Maths, physics and biology at A-level.
History, film studies and drama.
Biology, chemistry and psychology.
My experience at Haywards Heath College has actually been very amazing. I've had tons of support with my courses. My courses themselves have been fantastic and I get on very well with my teachers who've been providing me with all of the resources needed to do well in my course.
It's been really great. I didn't quite know what to expect when I came here, but everyone was really warm and welcoming and really pushed us to do our best and set us work that they knew would help us improve.
I think it's been a really positive and supportive environment, which has definitely pushed me to go further within my studies and to look at the broader real life scenarios that my subjects cover.
I think it's been really good. It's very different to secondary school.
I think one of the main things has been my teachers. My teachers have provided the guidance that I've really needed to progress and do well and find that success that I'm aiming for.
I think a lot of the teachers have showed a lot of passion for their subject and it's really encouraged me and some of my classmates to really try as hard as we can.
The style of teaching is a lot more sort of personal in that they're slightly smaller classes for the most part, and the teachers view much more as a young adult than a child, which really helps in your sort of communication between teachers and students.
Whenever we do assessments and progress points, we always get good feedback, and that feedback is used. It's not just pushed to the side, we use it to help improve us, so it really pushes us. If you don't do particularly well in a test, for example, then the next time you're going to do better if you put the work in, because the feedback's really useful and just how it's all structured works perfectly.
College has been really different. Not being at school from 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 has been really different and helped us to move into the adult world. Rather than having that structure every day, we've had to do work by ourselves and structure our days more so that we get that work done.
And I kind of had this moment, I was like, yes, I'm studying this now in a practical environment, but this isn't just a theory-based topic, this is a real-world thing, which I think is the massive difference between GCSE and A-level, because you stop looking at, well, this is it in a textbook, and look at this is it in the real world, and this is it in your career, and this is it how you're going to use it in the real world, which I think is really important.
You're expected to do 6 hours per subject of independent study. And I think that really lets you focus on what you're set on, but also what you feel you could improve on. And it gives you plenty of time to work on that whilst having the support of the teachers.
My name is Dr. Mike Price. I teach A-level biology and A-level chemistry here at Haywards Heath College.
Hello, I'm Alice and I teach English language and literature and English language.
Hi, my name is David Williams. I am the teacher of photography and graphic design at Haywards Heath College.
My name is Tom Verndl and I teach economics and business.
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm a teacher of maths at Haywards Heath College.
And hi, I'm Nikki Nash. I'm a teacher of maths as well.
Hi, I'm Jo Tipping and I teach geography and environmental science.
There's a few competitions that we train our students to do. The Cambridge Chemistry Challenge and the Royal Society of Biology's British Biology Olympiad. So we invite able students to come along and get extra training. We've had students in the past outcompete students from places like Eton and getting gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, etc. And then being able to show off by receiving those medals at the Royal Society by somebody famous like David Attenborough.
I think it's really important to get some really good materials. I think to use materials from university, from the Geographical Association, to get some really good documentaries, just to stretch thinking and to challenge maybe some of those concepts that we read about.
What we do is we enable students to really sort of pursue their own passions and their own interests by giving them free choice in terms of the texts that they choose, or in the case of English language in terms of the genres that they might be writing in. So they might choose journalistic writing, or they might choose creative writing.
So personally, for me, I concentrate on allowing learners to achieve their best potential. To do that, I like to instill ideas about taking responsibility for their own learning, becoming active participants in their own learning, developing skills not just in the subject area, obviously, which is very important, but allowing learners also to develop skills in a vocational sense and a progression sense, so that it gives them those fundamental skills for lifelong learning in all aspects of learning, so whether that be in employment or in higher education.
We like to encourage people to do the normal stuff, obviously, but to try and apply the knowledge we've taught them to questions they haven't seen, because that's what's going to happen in the exam. So we're modelling questions where they have to, like we said, apply the knowledge.
Yeah, so a lot of the maths exam questions and for getting into universities are about problem solving and proof and real world modelling in the real world. So rather than like at GCSE where you just like, here's an equation and you just have to know how to solve it, it will be like a real life problem where you've got to set up the equation in the first place and then be able to solve it. So we focus on that a lot, both in class and out of class, and how to learn to be a really good problem solver.
We help students apply to university using ex-students. Now, I've been teaching A-level biology for about 20 years now at several different Ofsted outstanding colleges, and I've collected lots and lots of students who are now consultants in their field. Some of them are dentists, optometrists, radiographers, medics, veterinary medics, etc. And we invite them in and they help students with their personal statements, tell students what it's like, and just occasionally will even help with getting work experience. And as you probably already know, Haywards Heath is gifted with one of the biggest hospitals in the south. So students will be doing work experience there.
I also like to hand over the lead to more able students, so to design some practical experiments and to maybe take parts of the lesson. I might be talking about volcanoes. I might link it to a concept and I might hand them over to say, look, how explosive could you make that volcano? What could you add? And what would it symbolise from the geography course? So trying to make it a bit fun as well. And in terms of fieldwork, I like to hand over the lead again, just to say, why don't you design part of this fieldwork? How would you do it? And also discuss where they'd like to do it, and just give somebody who's more able some of those choices rather than just taking them on myself.
When you're able to kind of pursue something that really matters to you, I think that's great preparation for going on to study it later on. And obviously when you go to university, you specialise. If you want to do a PhD, for instance, that's really quite specialist. And this feels like a sort of nice building block towards possibly that as a possible future career choice.
The most successful students when it comes to economics are students that really engage with the world around them. So really think about how what they're learning in class relates to the economics news stories that they read and the videos they watch at home.
A lot of my students then take on independent projects, so being able to kind of project manage, so planning, sort of making sure that they're aware of the timescale, so time planning, making sure that they can review and evaluate their outcomes.
We do lots and lots of field work. It's open to all the students, but when it comes to students applying for the top universities, we try and give them a title so they can run things like our scuba diving club. So we've got a training officer, a chair, we've got equipment officer, we've got compressor operator, because not everybody can be the head of the Students' Union. We've also got the Science Society, so we can have a chair for the physics part, the biology part, the chemistry part. All of these activities not only give qualifications and relevant experience, but also you've got these titles, so you can say, I helped run the Chemistry Society.
Our lessons, on our PowerPoints, we have some stretching challenge questions as well that were used in the for higher grade universities, or the top universities would use, so to try and encourage them to stretch there.
I think it's been a really lovely place to learn. I think it's really friendly. I think staff are just really adaptable and really like to spend time with students. I think the lessons seem to go really well, they're really fun. We seem to get really good feedback. And I just think it's been a lovely place to learn, and a really sort of fun place to learn.
Oh, I think it's a really great place to come. First of all, because obviously it's a really new building and we've got great facilities, but also because of the atmosphere, I think, which is really relaxed. So it's a kind of nurturing atmosphere. It allows students to achieve to the best of their ability, essentially. And I think the support systems in place, also kind of take the pressure off students. And yeah, I really think it is an environment where students can achieve to their best ability.
I think it's one of the most supportive environments I've ever worked in. I've seen students who, in my past experience, I would have said those students would not be at college within the next month or so, be actually turned around. So it's not just about the most able students and getting them to do well. Haywards Heath is the most supportive institution I've worked in so far. Not that the last places were unsupportive.
I think there's a lot of freedom in the college for learners to express themselves, to go and obviously to build their own voice, which I think is very important.
I think, if students just came and saw the atmosphere around college, it's a really friendly, nurturing environment. Yesterday I went to see the performing arts students showcasing their work, and it just had such a sort of lovely, supportive atmosphere, and I feel that in the classroom as well. I think I think you'll feel it if you see it. It's a really, really special place.
So folks, that concludes this video. I hope you found it really inspirational and encourage you to consider Haywards Heath as your first college of choice. We are here to support, to inspire, and to give you the aspiration for your future, whatever that may be. All the very best, and thank you for listening.